Alright guys, welcome back to another The Last of Us Part 2 video. I made a previous video explaining why this game is so shite. I talked about the awful storyline, one of the worst storylines I've ever seen, whether it be in a game or movie. And I also touched upon the SJW influence and gender politics all over this game, and that is more what I want to speak about in this video. But before I do that, I'm seeing a lot of people defending the player critics of this game that do not like the fact that the male characters are treated badly. A lot of people are saying it's simply because players are sexist. They don't like playing as female characters, and that is absolutely fucking bullshit. As far as I know, as far as I'm aware, and history proves this, people love playing as female characters. I like playing as female characters. You look at Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield from the Resident Evil series, people love playing as them. You look at Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, people love playing as her. And even Ellie from the first Last of Us, people love playing as her. But in this game, there is clearly an agenda pushed on us that the women are superior in this game, and that the men are the men are not. The men are basically shit and deserve to die. So that's what we're going to speak about now. Undoubtedly, the two strongest characters in, well, not this particular game, but I mean before this came out, The Last of Us, the first game, the Last of Us universe, The Last of Us series, undoubtedly the two strongest characters were Joel and Tommy. They survived for 20 plus years. They were surviving, they were fighting, they were killing, they were protecting. These two were smart. That's why they stayed alive. That's how they were able to not get killed. They weren't weak, and they certainly weren't stupid, but that is what The Last of Us Part 2 portrays them to be. Straight off the bat, you get Joel and Tommy, and they meet this new Abby character who, I mean, you look at her, she looks like Brock Lesnar on steroids. There's no doubt about it. That I reckon this was supposed to be the transgender character, and they've changed it because they were afraid of backlash. In my opinion, that's what's happened here. I have no doubt that this Abby was originally supposed to be the transgender character, but then they changed it to someone else in Abby's group. But anyway, regardless, back to my point. Joel and Tommy, at the start, they meet this Abby, the rescuer. No issues with that. I think they would do that, especially her being a young woman. I think Joel and Tommy would go out of their way to try and save her. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is she says she's part of a larger camp, and they have a place somewhere, and Joel and Tommy just go. Don't question it. Don't discuss it between each other. The both of them just decide to go. Well, they know they're going to be outnumbered. They don't know where they're going. They don't know who these people are. But they're just going to go and put themselves in a difficult situation. That never happened. You don't see it so much with Tommy in the first game, but you look at Joel. He didn't trust anybody. He did not trust anybody. It even took him a while to trust Ellie. He wouldn't even trust her with a gun at first. So, in any people he encountered, he didn't trust Sam and the other kid's name. I can't remember. Basically, he seen someone he thought was injured. Someone pretended to be injured, and he just runs them over. So Joel obviously wasn't trustworthy, and that's what kept him alive for so long. The fact they didn't trust people. In this game, they just decide to go back to the cabin. When they get to the cabin, Tommy reveals their name. He says, "I'm Tommy." Then he sets up Joel to say his name. Why would you be giving out your names to people that you've just met? And in this cabin, you've got Tommy. He's like laid back with his arms across a table or something. He's leaning back on a table as if he's at a friend's house, he's waiting on them getting changed so they can head out. Totally off guard. And then you've got Joel stands in the middle of the room again, middle of the room, vulnerable. He's surrounded by these people, and he's standing there in the middle of the room. That would never happen. It would just absolutely never happen. And then Abby comes in, obviously shoots Joel in the leg, and then torches him with the golf clubs. That's it, over. And then throughout the game, Abby just continue any one-on-one fight she gets into. She batters absolutely everybody. Everybody gets into several confrontations with Tommy, and she gets the better of him. One time she tosses him overboard off a boat into the water, and the other time she shoots him. And I mean, that's it. What is happening here? How can the two strong male characters from the first game be portrayed, like, be so stupid and weak, and that one dies, the other one ends up splitting up for his wife. He gets battered, well, not battered, like, but he gets bested by Abby twice, and she shoots him through the back of the head, and he loses an eye, and he gets disfigured, and I think he has like issues with obviously he can't function. He's left maimed. Let's put it that way. And at the end of at the end of the game, Abby walks away, with her fucking steroids and tough, and then you've got Joel who's dead, and you've got Tommy who has had his wife left him, and he's left there with one eye and it not disfigured. So how did this happen? How did the two strong guys get booked so weak and pathetic? Speaking of Abby's group, it's basically, if you could picture what a Black Lives Matter or an Antifa like rally protest would look like, it's Abby's group, and that is it. Just the game riddled with gender politics, man. It's as if they were trying to cover every single ethnic. We need a bi person in the game. We need a lesbian person in the game. We need this in the game. We need that in the game. We need a trans person in the game. And I don't mind that, because people are going to say, "Oh, you're this, you're that, you're a bigot." Nah. You look in the first game. Joel's friend from years ago, Bill. Bill was gay. And Bill was one of my favourite characters from the first game. I think the whole the chapter that you spend like with that character Bill, I think that's one of the best parts of the first Last of Us. And he was gay, so it's nothing to do with, oh, you don't like gay people, or you don't like this. It's nothing to do with that. But this game, it forces it down your throat straight from the get go. The game starts off, and some old guy obviously got an issue with some old white guy's got an issue with Ellie and Dina kissing. Ellie calls him a bigot. He makes her a sandwich to, apologise, and she says it calls it a bigot sandwich. So straight away, they're forced trying to old white guy bad, and straight to do that. And then even when what's her name, Abby, the big steroid freak's battering Joe with the golf club, she calls him a stupid old man. You just bet, man, that the people that making this game, they were desperate to add in white there, weren't they? They were desperate to add in white, no doubt about it. But I mean, this game, it's just how emasculated two strong male characters. It'd be like if you made Resident Evil 8 and you had like Chris and Leon, and you made them out to be pansies, and they were doing dumb shit, stupid shit. One got killed, the other one kept losing fights, and got severely injured, lost an arm or some shit like that. And they introduced like new female characters, and they were kicking their ass constantly, and they walked away at the end, victorious and as the winner. It's just stupid, man. It wouldn't fucking happen. I'm pretty sure Joel didn't survive all this time by walking into an ambush. The guy's just standing there in the middle of the cabin, and then he reveals his name, and he's like, "Oh, you sound like you've heard of me." Like, no fucking shit. And he's standing there just waiting to be ambushed, waiting to be attacked. And just, I don't want to talk more about the storyline, but I'm pissed off at how they've destroyed these two characters. Like I said, SJW bullshit all over this. Obviously, you're not allowed to be a strong white male in 2020. They're probably making this game, they thought, well, fuck this. Joel and Tommy, that's toxic masculinity. We need to get rid of these two right now. We'll kill Joel straight away, and Tommy, we'll have him get his ass kicked. And even when Joel gets killed, Tommy, at first he's reluctant to get revenge for his brother. Like, what the fuck's that? Someone kills my brother, and I'm going all out to, get revenge on his death. And Tommy at the beginning, so reluctant. It's like, oh, I don't think we can afford the people. We'll leave the town short. Like, fucking nonsense. And then later on in the game, when he's back, he's like saying to he says to Ellie, "I can't go, but you can go." And he's trying to send Ellie on her own to try and do it, and it's like, it makes him look weak, and you're thinking, what the fuck here? So, like I said, they butchered Joel and Tommy massively. I've been up about 24 hours. I'm not gonna. It's 6 a.m. I'm not gonna keep rambling on because I'm probably repeating the same points here. But very disappointing to see this game to do what they did, and so it was obviously the direction they were going, that this kind of shit was going to happen. But I did not expect it to be this bad. I mean, really, thought Joe was going to die, but I didn't know they were going to make him look like an absolute fucking idiot. But we're killing him, and then obviously Tommy, fucking loses everything, loses his wife, loses his eye, gets disfigured, gets maimed, and looks like a coward in the process during, sending Ellie on her own to try and take out Abby and her crew, and he's just going to sit in Jacksonville. This game just doesn't sit right with me. It's shite. First one's a masterpiece, no doubt about it. This one is bullshit. It really is. And I mean, I'm not wrong. Seriously, look at an Antifa protest, and then look at look at Abby's group, and it's the exact same thing, man. Anyway, that's what it is, guys. Just watching. I mean, 10 minutes. I expected this to be about 4 minutes, and it's went 10 minutes. What the hell? Anyway, till next time. I probably missed it all the shit. Like I said, I am extremely tired, man. But anyway, till next time. Peace.